Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. It's Star Ladder Season 12, and we are in the LAN final event itself at Bucharest DreamHack. Well, I'm personally not actually there in Bucharest, but we are going to be covering everything that happens off the main stage. So what's happening is to cover all the action within a small little 3-day window at DreamHack. They're going to be having 2 matches happening simultaneously, at least for the first 2 days. And already there's been a bit of a schedule flop around because, well, IG had a little bit of travel issues, and we're going to have to, shuffle them around to probably a later time slot today or maybe an early time slot tomorrow. Those updates will be coming, of course, throughout the day as we kind of see when they're going to be getting in, and I'm sure they don't want to play the second they get in from their delayed travel. So those updates will be coming, and, well, we've already had some exciting Dota action happen today. Earlier on this channel, we got to see London Conspiracy go toe-to-toe against Vici Gaming, and, well, it ended pretty damn fast. It was a 2-0 stomp from Vici Gaming, so they've already taken the next step, and London Conspiracy got shoved down here into the lower bracket. Also happening at the same moment on the main stage, a series between Team Tinker taking on Cloud9, and that first game was about a 90-minute doozy of a matchup, which ended up working out for Cloud9. Even though the picks were kind of against them, they still managed to hold on and make it count. And then in their second match, well, it was a bit more dominant from Cloud9. So now our first potential elimination matchup here is going to be London Conspiracy taking on Team Tinker. The loser of this, their Star Ladder journey will end, and the winner can continue moving forward in hopes to kind of make a bit of a Cinderella story, a comeback through that lower bracket. Really no surprise that maybe Team Tinker are going to be coming into this matchup, heavy favorites over London Conspiracy. This is a team which, many people didn't really know who they were. Who is London Conspiracy? How the hell did they get here? Where's Empire? Where's Polar? Well, London Conspiracy, let me tell you what, I almost compare them similar to like the Void Boys in the NA scene. They're a team that can be a bit hot and cold, but they can pull out one hell of an upset. And you can say that maybe they took advantage of Empire when they were in a bit of a slump after their performance at the Major All-Stars. Well, they managed to beat Empire 2-0, and then they took Polar to a 2-1 run where Polar did win, but because of the amount of wins that London Conspiracy were able to string together, they secured themselves a spot here at the LAN. And, well, you can chalk it up maybe to Game 1 LAN jitters against Vici Gaming. They're going to look to hopefully shake that off here. They have another tough test taking on Team Tinker, who they themselves are going to have to shake off a pretty exhausting series against Cloud9. So let's not delay anything further. Let's talk about the actual match at hand here. And, yeah, if you didn't already notice, I'm KotLGuy, and I don't have a co-caster. I'm not just kind of talking over no one and not allowing them to talk. I'm going to be going solo for this one, so it is what it is. But let's talk about the picks here. London Conspiracy, look at what they open up with. They get their Queen of Pain, and then they go into an Ogre Magi, a Lycan, and a Nature's Prophet. I heard a lot of things, and I've seen through their history, London Conspiracy, they're a team that they will pick what they want, and they don't really care about what works. They don't know what the meta really is. They're not looking to conform like everyone else. They're going to look to do what they feel suits best for their own personal play style. And, a lot of people can admire that, but the proof is going to be in the pudding. If they can pull out a win here, that's going to be the real ultimate test. So, I always welcome a warm Nature's Prophet. We don't get to see this hero very often. And, I'm really curious to see how they're going to be rolling it here. I anticipate it's going to be an off-laner, and they'll have Queen of Pain represent the mid lane, and then Lycan do his thing in the safe lane matchup, and they're going to stall out for their 5th and final support grab. Now, looking over Team Tinker, it's Troll. So they get their precious Troll Warlord. They get the aggression and the map control of your Night Stalker, Skywrath Mage, and, of course, now you get the dynamic duo between Skywrath Mage and the Faceless Void. I anticipate this is going to be possibly off-lane Faceless Void. It's really hard to say here. Could always be a 4-position Night Stalker. Could always be a dual lane kind of a setup here for Team Tinker. Typically, you don't like to have Night Stalker roll by his lonesome in the off lane. He could be punished a bit too hard, but you give him that +1, and things can become a bit easier for him. It's just, and I was touching about it a bit in our first series earlier when we got to see Night Stalker come out. the nighttime just comes so much quicker. You know, it's at 4 minutes instead of 6 minutes. So it's hard for him to really get a lot going. You're not able to really throw together your possible phase boots and urns so you can make a big impact, but you still have to be able to get something for yourself. And then, well, in the late game when he gets that ultimate and when he gets that Agnum Scepter, then that's when you really kind of control the map and the vision just gets super restricted. Well, oh well, London Conspiracy pick up a Sven. So I really have no idea what they're planning on here. This is probably a 4-position Nature's Prophet, if it's going to be my just guess, because this is by all means very unorthodox. Or maybe they're just going to go with dual lane matchups and have the Sven go with a +1 to one side, and then have the Nature's Prophet will with another. So this is going to be fun. I'm excited. London Conspiracy, man. These kids look like they just kind of want to play their own style of Dota. They don't care that they've made it to the big stage. They're ready to do their own thing. And for Team Tinker, this is pretty standard. They rounded out with what looks like the Koikva Zeus. So they got the Zeus and the Night Stalker. That is some serious radar across the whole map. And a lot of hate. A lot of space creation, a lot of ways to make a big impact outside of the troll before he can really come online. And well, when a troll can come online, I mean, what the hell am I saying? Troll's always online. He's always ready to brawl. The hero's ridiculously good from start to finish. So here we are. We're going to hop in now to our first game here of this best-of-3 matchup. And I'll go ahead and lead out introductions here. On your Radiant side, we got Team Tinker here, already trucking around this bottom lane. It's going to be Black, formerly of Vici Gaming. He's now found a new home here with Team Tinker. They had been boot camping, I believe, in Vancouver, and kind of just stringing together a lot of wins. They've been playing a lot in the America region for a lot of these tournaments, and obviously have been kind of the number 2 next to EG, and they're looking to continue that stride, as Black is almost going to be potentially caught out. Early aggressive jungle movement coming out from the LC squad. PyLi is going to be playing your Skywrath Mage. Koikva, he's got your Zeus here up on the top rune, already got it covered. We got Flo, also known as Bulba, of course, going to be playing your offlane Faceless Void, and it's Pink Panda, or also known as Way 2. He's going to be playing what looks like more of a, 4-position Night Stalker. On the other side, we got London Conspiracy here. These are the underdogs pretty much of the whole tournament right now, looking to try to at least not get knocked out without taking a win here. They're looking to really upset Team Tinker. This is their best chance to kind of stay alive. We got Madara. He's going to be playing your decked out Sven. We got Skanks224. He's going to be playing your Ogre Magi. We got Mr. Kaiser. He's going to be playing your Lycanthrope. Nearby, we got Spartan. He's going to be playing what looks like your support, kind of 4-position Nature's Prophet. So look for him to get those early null talismans to build in some good base damage and then just get really mobile real quick. I mean, he already started with a level 1 teleport. I mean, yeah, he could always go for cheeky plays. You pick up one rune, you teleport to the other, and you get a second one. Anything is possible at this point. And then last but not least, up here in the top lane, we got Relax. He's going to be playing what looks like a solo safe lane Queen of Pain here. So what are we looking at here? This is a Lycan in the mid lane, along with the Nature's Prophet, helping zone back little PyLi, even using the Wolves to make sure the Skywrath Mage doesn't get too aggressive too early in this mid lane matchup. And this is going to be very awkward standing right here between the Lycan and the Zeus. But here we go already. The first rotation coming out from Spartan. Now, he does not have Sprout, so he's going to go to body block here. They got a few right clicks in. Oh, man, what a long ball of a stun coming out. The Storm Hammer, if you will, from Madara will secure your first blood. And that will go to the London Conspiracy Group. So they will strike first. Very nice stuff for them. I feel like my Dota is a little bit quiet here, so I'm going to bump up the volume a bit. Guys, feel free to let me know if anything seems a bit out of place or if the audio levels are a bit off. I'm happy to help out, as we are working with no delay. This is a live LAN event, so it's not really necessary. And, I'm casting a game, so we need to have a pause here and there. But this one looks like it's just going to be a bit of a mild hiccup, so not too shabby. Skanks will eat a little bit of damage as he will step back and away. And, well, you can already see this Nature's Prophet kind of just do what he needs to do, and that's get aggressive early, find any sort of opportunity to kind of get early advantage and rotate around. So now, as he pushes forward, he's still got to get that level 2. I'm curious to see if he goes right for a Sprout build or not. Ogre's going to eat a bit of harassment here, but it is an Ogre after all, and we all know how freaking big and bad he can be. that high, ridiculous 6, now 7 base armor, a high regen pool, and a quick HP regen rate. He is not an easy support to bring down. And, well, it looks like Nature's Prophet got a few smacks to the face, but he's going to go ahead and teleport himself back home to safety here. So, relatively slow start. Your Lycan, actually, believe it or not, is heading CS right now. Using those Wolves to his advantage, has pushed ahead 13-1 to Koikva's 10-2. But it is a Zeus. He'll be able to dish out the burst soon enough here. And those Wolves are going to be free and easy gold for this Zeus soon enough. Let's check out this top lane a little bit here. So you got Bulba on your Faceless Void going toe-to-toe with Relax and the Queen of Pain. 9-3 for your Queen of Pain. Bulba's at 7-2. Level 3 for Bulba. Level 4 for Queen of Pain. Relatively back and forth. The Queen of Pain, no surprise, has a bit of an easier time with the CS. Can get the extra bit of denies in there and just kind of keep the XP gain a bit nerfed for your Faceless Void. But all Bulba really has to worry about is just kind of planting himself there, build together the XP, get to his Chrono, and then make an impact from there. He's just kind of getting a bit of a bonus here, being able to not really be contested too hard in the lane. Now, I say that, and he eats a Shadow Strike, and they will trade blows here. And he did kind of go more into the Time Walk at this point. But bottom lane, they're going pretty deep in here. They want to get a hold of Black, and they might get it, and they will. Another right click brings him down, and they turn their attention right onto Wave 2. It seems like this laning matchup has caught Team Tinker a bit off guard. He's going to pop the wand to get away, but Skanks will go down to the concussive shot. They try to make it go onto Wave 2, but it's not going to be happening, and now they're the ones on the run. But hey, London Conspiracy, man, they get a big takedown, taking out Troll in the lane setup right here, and, you know, it's one of the best things you can do against these big, heavy, farming cores. Put an aggro in their face. Take them out of their comfort zone. And it seems to be working a little bit here for them. And it looks like 4-minute rune. Yeah, you sit in that Sprout. It's my bounty rune. Spartan's going to grab that one up, take it away from Koikva here, who desperately, well, I don't want to say desperately, but he sure would have loved to have it with his empty bottle. And Madara's like, I'm ready to play. He was getting ready to run on in there. And I mean, you can just feel it, man. London Conspiracy, they're not really looking to be too buckled down with really farming and trying to take a gamble into the late game. They're just ready to brawl. And then if they have to, they can try to really push for the objective follow-ups from those big fights with someone like a Lycan. But they have a serious amount of lockdown capability. Ogre Sven, okay, he's creeping on in. Can he make it happen? Oh, doesn't catch with the first stun. That one will. They sidestep the axis to avoid the blind, and now they move on forward here. Do they have enough? Black very low. They got him. They take him down. Pylite does rotate in, but he can't really offer a whole lot of a follow-up, just a little bit of a slow, and they are doing a number on Team Tinker here in the bottom lane. That is the second time now Black has been brought down. His troll continues to be put in check. And this unorthodox style from London Conspiracy is working out pretty nicely here. Meanwhile, top lane, Bulba continues to kind of hold his own now. As he gets those levels together, his Faceless Void is in a good spot. Now he has level 3 Time Walk, getting very close to that level 6. Can always walk away at a moment's notice. Doesn't really have to fear too much from what this Quap wants to do. And for Queen of Pain, what did she end up buying here? She spent a little bit of money here. Looks like she's got a little early start here. Bassy Ring, and even a couple of wards on the way out. Meanwhile, mid lane, trying to make it go onto Koikva, but no stun there to stop him from TPing out, so good quick reaction for him. He heads back to base. And this Nature's Prophet, man, he's trying to be a ninja. Constantly hopping in on whenever the aggression might be there. But here we go, smoked up now, as it is nighttime. This is Wave 2's chance to really make a big hit here. He's only got one level into the Void, and that's it. But here he goes, he's going to pop it. A little bit of damage, a good amount of slow, plus the slow now from the concussive shot. He's moving through molasses at this point. And there's going to be Koikva to help assist with the big burst follow-up. So they get themselves back on the board again, being able to take down the Lycanthrope now in the mid lane. Good grab, good move. Long ball stun, here comes Nature's. Okay, that was a block of a Sprout. He's going to head the other way here. Towards the... okay, nice. Nice catch with the stun here. Skank's looking to assist it here. Black could go down again here. Oh, he's so low, but it's not going to be enough. They end up taking down the Nature's Prophet with the help of the Thunder God's Wrath. Wave 2 even interjects. And, well, even though he doesn't have the mana to really dish out a Void quite yet, he's happy to right-click it in. Now they turn it onto him. They got a stun follow-up, and they take down the Night Stalker. Oh, London Conspiracy, man. They're not afraid to scrap. And And they almost got black there, but looks like they will have to settle for way 2 in exchange for their own Nature's Prophet. So 3 to 4 here. Very hot and heavy of a start. Only a slight edge for London Conspiracy here, but Tinker still hold a slight nod as far as XP. Now, PilotEye could be in trouble. Oh my goodness, yes he is. He is just so fragile and frail, that little Skywrath Mage. Just another easy pick. Madara now 2-0 on this Fen. I'm very curious to see how they're going to be itemizing. But they are clearly not afraid to get in there, and they will punish Team Tinker for being out of position. And it just feels like, you know, Tinker are like, okay, we were not expecting this. You know, who knows how much they've really looked into London Conspiracy and their play style, but they're clearly a group who like to play by their own rules and what seems to work. And if that is, you know, something similar to like what we saw out of Leviathan in their heyday, just doing things that take their opponents outside of their comfort zone. And we're seeing a bit of it here, but Team Tinker not being too deterred. They still have Bulba up here getting really solid farm. He's almost level 8. So he got his Pro Man shield. He's got his power treads. Easily going to be able to calling himself right out of the sprout and just easily walks away. You know, you do have to worry, though, here for London Conspiracy. Once this heyday of an early game period does come down a bit, what happens from there? Like, where does Nature's Prophet go after he makes this ganking spree? You know, it's not always going to work. He's still only level 3. He eventually will need to buckle down and find some time to farm himself. And he's not got any levels into Nature's Call. He has no Treants to help him with anything. He's got to do the old-fashioned way here. So is it enough to give himself and his whole team a big boost? We'll have to see. I mean, they've done a nice job bringing down Black time and time again, but eventually he's just going to have to find his way. And it looks like now he's got a level into Nature's Call, so maybe he'll just kind of put some time into the jungle and look to recover from there, because it's no surprise that the XP is just very much in favor of Team Tinker still at this point, regardless of how many kills. And now they're going to catch out Skanks here. He's going to get slowed down. Koikfa moves in, and it's just a 1-2 punch from him. He gets the burst of the Lightning Bolt plus the Wraith. And, well, Nature's Prophet rotates in. Madara comes on over, but quickly Team Tinker just kind of pull back and away. So that kill has been kind of gifted to them. And it's just going to end up being a pretty easy grab. Now Way 2, he's looking to get his own bit of farm time here in the bottom lane. Trying to pull together what looks like his level 6. Oh, is this smoke time now? Yeah, well, who's got it? No, they're just all moving together. Oh, maybe they're going to go for Roche. Lycan does have Vlads. They are going to go for it here. They move on into the pit. Team Tinker, we check on their vision. They don't really have a whole lot of it. They have this one more down here, but everyone's missing from the map, so something is pretty fishy here. We look over the vision of London Conspiracy. They can see that there's one bottom, one mid, and one top, so they still are in a very comfortable spot. And it looks like they're going to get this Roche for free. Now, maybe Team Tinker didn't know this was happening. They did know that they really couldn't do anything about it, and they didn't want to bother even looking that way. They'll just continue to kind of work with their lanes and just give London Conspiracy this little bit of an extra bit of gold. But it looks like they immediately want to follow it up with some objectives here. They're heading right towards the bottom lane. They want to start getting some Tier 1 towers. Boost up the economy all around. Way 2's like, I don't want any of that crap. I'm going to head back to base. Meanwhile, top lane, Bulba's going to just kind of cut down the creep wave. They're going to push for their own Tier 1 tower, as they know their bottom is about to go down here. I mean, they do have the Chronosphere if they do want to pull out any sort of crazy defense, but it looks like that doesn't seem to be on the agenda here. Black has made his rotation from bottom lane after it's being heavily pressured, and has shown himself back at the mid now. Top lane, though, here comes some rotations from London Conspiracy. But it looks like they're not doing anything about it. They ping out nearby. Skanks is going to walk his way back off to the side, but they're not looking to pull the trigger quite yet on moving on in there. They have good bursts, but they're being scouted out right now. These wolves just going to kind of stick it to them. Keep them backing away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, though, relax. I mean, he's been just as quiet as Bulba's been this game on his Queen of Pain. Continues to just do little bits of farm here and there before really coming online. She looks to be going right for an Orchid buildup. which is going to be very helpful. Renders the Zeus pretty low. Okay, long jump in, and a first hit bash of all things. No chrono is even going to be necessary for this easy kill. Spartan will go down. With the help of the darkness coming out, couldn't really see it coming. And they will lose their Nature's Prophet. It's in exchange, though, of the tier 1 here in the top lane. The first objective follow-up after taking down that Roche. Actually, the second. Forgot they got that bottom tier 1. So back-to-back tower grabs here now for London Conspiracy. Helps out the economy a little bit, but not as much as you'd think. I mean, Team Tinker been doing very good, just kind of being persistent with their farming grace. And now they're going to be pulling back. It looks like they're just going to go right down the list from one tower to the next. And it looks like mid lane is going to be pretty appetizing here. And Team Tinker maybe not ready to take a fight quite yet. And if they want to, you know, they could. You got to consider Troll with his ridiculous Battle Trance ultimate certainly helps out with someone like Bulba with a good jump in, and it looks like they might make it happen. They smoke up to get a good position. There's going to be the committed jump. It's only a chrono onto Relax here. He's going to get stunned thereafter. Relax could go down. Oh, able to blink away just in time. No silence is going to be there to stop him. They do bring down the Lycan, which costs him his Aegis. He's going to quickly go into Shapeshift. Nicely done, saving it for the second life. And Team Tinker are going to pull back. They didn't quite get as much as they'd like done, but, well, I guess at the end of it, really no blood will be shed. Well, I say that, but then KotLGuy actually gets caught out on the side. Relax actually comes right back in and gets the kill on the Skywrath Mage. They do lose their Ace here. Can they get the stun on the black? There goes the Nature's Wrath. They get the stun and the follow-up, and they take him down. Troll hits the deck. London Conspiracy now in good position to easily take this tier 1 tower. And unfortunately, the lead in there from Team Tinker just wasn't enough. Bulba only catches 1 with the chrono. And you could credit that to London Conspiracy being in a good position, anticipating that the chrono was going to be coming. So they shrug that one off. They walk away. They take another tier 1 tower. And this puts them up and ahead now, the biggest advantage of this game so far. And with rewards like that comes items. After your Vlad's is complete, it looks like a Necro book, the good book. It's going to be what's up next here for Kaiser. He's going to go right for your dirty Lycan play. Wolves and armor, you know, that whole ordeal. And where you got to give a lot of credit to Team Tinker with their lineup being very good with their global presence and map vision. Lycan has a bit of his own flair with those wolves. Constantly keeping tabs. And a Blink Dagger. Early mobility item pickup here from Madara on his Sven. I wonder if he's going to be going for the BKB there next. And they're just going to begin to pressure bottom lane. They're going to go for tier 2s as Team Tinker try to get their first tier 1 tower here in the top. Letting KotLGuy kind of lead out the front. Once they recognize that most of them are bottom, they're going to move on in and get the cleanup. And there was no glyph there. Oh well. Team Tinker get their first tower. They walk away with that. They move towards the bottom lane in case London Conspiracy kind of linger about too long. But it looks like they'll back up and just continue to farm out the woods on the way out. Tinker are fine though. They're going to shake this off. They're going to continue to farm up. They feel pretty confident in their late game, and I agree. I mean, Troll and Faceless Void is pretty ridiculous. Being able to get there, though. I mean, Troll's 0 and 3. He's currently, what, 6th in net worth, so he has fallen behind quite a bit. When you compare that to your Lycan, 7.6K. I mean, Nature's Prophet not long ago was saying he needed to do something for himself. Well, he is level 7 now, and he's actually going to be going for a Midas build-up here. This is a little bit of a nostalgia to look at here. Not only just seeing your Nature's Prophet, but he has started off a bit hokey with your 4-position kind of a go. And, well, there we see the back end of it. Ogre going to get caught out with a Chrono and the Mystic Flare combo, a la TI4, and he does go down. Just a bit out of position. Getting a bit too comfortable, maybe, moving on through the Tinker territory. I like this. Yeah, he's got to go right for treads. This Skywrath Mage is just a bit too fragile. Top lane, though. Nature's in trouble. He's going to get scouted out. Oh, the Arc Lightning's close. Koikfa, can he catch him with the bolt? No! It's a bit short. He is hungry. He wants it. He gets it that time. He gets the Arc Lightning, but it might cost his own life. It looks like it will. They just chop down Koikfa thereafter. So it's his own life for his support. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going to make a go into relax. He's got silence up. Good working from KotLGuy. Yeah, he did level up that Ancient Seal first to level 4, so that Queen of Pain really has nowhere to go. And they just ice themselves another one. So back even we go, 8-8. As it's only a slight advantage for London Conspiracy as far as net worth. Tinker still hold their XP advantage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But, I mean, look at this. Kaiser already has Necro 3, and they're ready to party. They're going to go right down mid lane, it looks like. They rotate in their Nature's Prophet. They're smoked up on the back lines. Little Ogre Frost Mage here. Going to be one to move on in. And, well, now the fireworks break out. Tinker want to step back, sprouted up. Black going to get caught out. They instead turn their attention now with the Necro Book onto the tier 2. And this tower will go down very fast. And that's it. That's all it takes. No real fight necessary. They get what they want and they get the hell out. Meanwhile, Bulba trying to go for a tier 1 in the bottom lane. Rotations come, and he'll be able to TP away. Nature's Prophet scouts him out, but really, what can he do about it? Maybe if he got a Yules or something, it could help. But they save their tier 1. They could step back and deny it. They should step back and deny it. Looks like they won't for now, but I highly suggest it. And we might see more of the same thing here. London Conspiracy, wait out this Necro Book. Make another go. Maybe try to take another tier 2. Wait out for the Roche, but Tinker's not about that waiting, patient kind of life here. Now they're going to smoke up. They're ready to move in. They have another Chrono ready to go. They have another Mystic Flare ready to play. And they could potentially scout out here. He's moving deep for this one. Relax is nearby. Oh, they drop a sentry. They see him. They move in. Mystic Flare, no Chrono necessary, but they get the stun. They're going for way 2 at the same time. They get that one. Shapeshift is going to pop out. Black is going to get sprouted up. He's able to just kind of eat his way out from those trees. It's a 1-for-1 trade. There's a Chrono. It catches onto the 2, and they move back in. They get the easy kill onto the Ogre. Sven can't do anything about it. He has to wait on the backhand side, and now he is making fisticuffs with Bulba. He is happy to man fight. Now he gets the stun out. He goes down with the burst of Koikfa, and meanwhile Black on the hunt. He wants the big bad wolf, and he is going to slowly chop him down. Boom, bang, bong, got him. Lycan goes down. It ends up being a 4-for-1 trade. Advantage for Team Tinker. Their team fight just looking a bit more supreme. Black just chops down the Necro Book, eats a big chunk of damage, and well, I guess he's just happy to get that little bit of a bounty boost. Now it's Tinker taking the game right back. And Legion, I almost call them the Legion Commanders, the London Conspiracy Group. They're going to have to shrug that one off. It was a good zoning Chrono, if you will. It did catch 2, and then the Sven, like, can't do much about it. Must have been... That's the thing. You know, he put in this Blink Dagger to avoid and quickly sidestep or maybe move over something like a Chrono, let's say. But that is so hard to do against the Zeus, man. Koikfa is right there into the mix, and you got to factor in that static field and that ridiculous AoE it has, man. Anytime he casts anything, and he's always casting shit. I mean, he's got the Bloodstone. You're just not going to be able to blink anywhere. You're constantly taking those little ticks of damage. And your mobility just gets nerfed down so much. But Roche is back up, and it looks like the London Conspiracy want to duke it out with the big boy here. This time, though, Team Tinker thinking about contesting. No Chrono yet. They need about another 10 seconds. Now they know it's happening. Roche is pretty damn low. KotLGuy moves in. Ooh. That Mystic Flare not going to be connecting. Roche goes down, and it looks like Team Tinker want to disengage. London Conspiracy, though, do they want to let them? They move in. And, well, they're not going to be able to get a hold of anyone. Team Tinker just totally get the hell out of there, and they don't want to risk getting caught out.
Dire's top tower is
So now LC maybe look to push forward, take some tier 2s here. Do not want to risk letting this game go too long. Team Tinker's late game potential is just too good. Now, I do like the call. Getting something like a Yules here on Queen of Pain certainly can help out against someone like your Faceless Void. But he's already on the move towards that BKB. He's got the Ogre Club, and he's looking to go for the hammer here. And now they're going to see Kaiser. They move in. No bash quite yet. Ogre going to get the stun onto way too here. And it looks like they don't want to go too far in. Darkness now. Going to be popped. Trying to help out way too, but he's going to get caught out with the stun. And there it is. A big Sonic Wave. Now a follow-up from Bulba. Mystic Flare Chrono combo. Going to take out Queen of Pain. And they'll just take the one and run. LC, though, not looking to let him get away quite yet. Oh, maybe a vision blocking Sprout, but it's not going to stop a whole lot. And it looks like they'll have to get back in a way. 1-for-1 trade, one that does work out a bit better there for Team Tinker, only losing their support way to Night Stalker. They take down the Queen of Pain. Lycan now back on bottom here. What is he getting? He's going BKB, it looks like. Ogre Club on the way. More to help out. Got to stop this Zeus. He just does so much freaking damage. You got to have an answer for it, so BKB's coming out abundance here for LC. Not really surprised. Sven just one recipe away from it. Uh-oh. Queen of Pain moves in, gets Yulesed up, could get silenced here. Now there's going to be the Wrath of God. Relax. Not going to get caught out. Okay, that was a bit of miscommunication. It looked like PyLGuy got the silence off. At the same moment, KotLGuy did a Yules, which purges the silence. And with that, Queen of Pain's able to make it out. Now, we did get a little late into that, so I'm not sure exactly, but that looked to be the case. A bit of a flub right there. And now Ogre is going to help push out this mid lane a bit. He's the one who does grab that Soul Ring. Can't count on Ogre if he's able to throw together the money to get a Agnum Scepter. Could help out. But here we go. That's going to be a tier 2 takedown now. The power of the Wolf. And they're only got one more outer tower to take down and 2 more minutes on this Aegis to work with here. And Relax now has another robe. I anticipated the Orchid the first time around. Stepped off for the Yules, which, you know, certainly don't hate on that. She needs it for the silence. And it could help out against the Void before a BKB or after it's concluded. But we'll see if it's something they're going to go for next. As they head through this top lane here. Tinker on the way out already. KotLGuy threw together a Blink Dagger for himself. Bulba, very close now to that BKB. Just about 200 gold away. And look at this. Way too. Very farmed on this 4-position Night Stalker, I guess you could say. Already 2 of the 4 components towards that Agnum Scepter. And for Black here in the bottom lane, Helm of the Dominator, SMY done. 2,700 gold. His Troll continues to just kind of beast on up. Not looking to get too involved in these skirmishes yet. They're probably anticipating they're going to be losing these outer towers. But they aren't looking to really make a brawl happen until it's absolutely necessary. So they're going to be able to get this tier 2, no problem. That's all outer towers now for Team Tinker. And they come. Way2's waiting on the outside, maybe looking for a straggler here, and that person could be Kaiser. They move in, they spot him out. KotLGuy dishes out the damage, and there's Bulba to move on in. That's going to be the Aegis. LC. Where are they? They're elsewhere. They're looking for Black. Black. Oh, he's going to make it back and away. Now Kaiser looking to re-engage in Shapeshift. He's taking 1 on, what, 3, 4? And he really wants PyLGuy. He might have overcommitted. Yeah, that is way too ballsy, my friend. And he pays the price. The rest of his team headed elsewhere to try to get a hold of Black, but they were not successful in doing so. And I think once he realized that, he should have really just stepped the hell away. But he's hungry for Birdman blood, I guess. And he just dives himself the hell in there. And now it's going to be Black farming up this sweet, juicy stack. Now at 3,600 frickin' gold. This is a bit concerning now for LC. This is where their potential slowly plateaus, though they now have these BKB online and ready. You could just say the same thing, though, for Team Tinker, as your BKB for Black is now done. I'm sure Bulba's is done. Yes, it is. Uh-oh, they catch out. They catch out Bulba. Okay, that. Okay, no. He does BKB there at the end when it looked like he was already down. Just got caught out before he could BKB initially, it looks like, and they clean him up. So a good quick pick. Onto your Faceless Void. And it's Madara who's there to kind of help out. Now moving towards the mid lane. Black is going to step away. And now look at this. While Faceless Void is down, this is a good chance for them to make a push happen here. And it's no buyback. So this is 20 seconds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you got a Lycanthrope with a level 3 Necro Book, plus a Nature's Prophet, that might be all the time you need to take down a tier 3 and do some good damage in. They get the stun on the Black. Oh man, Kaiser's eating a lot of damage, and he goes down, man. KotLGuy unleashing a fury from the heavens above, takes him down with relative ease and gets the 2 for now, taking out Nature's Prophet. So what seemed like a promising opportunity there for LC to make a big push in. Zeus says, nah. Keeps them at bay. That huge burst. And that is scary for LC. Team Tinker get it done without even Faceless Void being present. And this is where the game really gets shifted right back around, and Team Tinker going to be coming out really big. It's an easy tier 1. Gladly move on forward, get some damage onto this tier 2. Hell, take it down if they can. They still got the Battle Trance if they want to use it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And LC just kind of scratching their heads as far as what the game plan is. And they're going all in with this damage. A crit now picked up here for Madara. They smoke up. They move on in just as Team Tinker move on out. Oh, they're trying to catch maybe someone out on the way out, but they're not going to get anyone. And it looks like we got about another 10 seconds, and we'll see the secondary timer here for your Roche, something that clearly LC already have their eyes on. But that is not going to be there. Tinker just continue to farm up. They feel that this game is in the bag for them. They just got to keep this pace. Keep taking more control of the map. And wait for LC to kind of get overzealous. Stub their toe on the way in and just turn it right back around. Sven might be one to really be able to take it into a man fight, but it's not going to be easy. You're going against a troll who has that blind. You're going against a Faceless Void who can ignore a BKB with his Chronosphere. Here comes Way 2 now. He's got his Agnums. Look at this vision. He easily sees up and around the corner here who's nearby. They get their own Sprout. Oh, a force in. Okay. There's going to be the stun. Here comes Bulba. Big 3-man Chrono. There's that Mystic Flare. Spartan should go down. Skanks will go down as well. Both supports hit the deck. And LC got to get the hell back. They already committed even their Necro Book for this one. And Team Tinker in very good standing to push on forward and take a tier 2. And really, LC just don't really have a good answer. It's what they can do here. Poor little Queen of Pain, man. This has been a very hard game for her. There's just no easy target. The tier 2 will go down. And already, Team Tinker beeline it towards the north. They're going to go for the tier 2 up here as well. And with the help of Battle Trance, it certainly doesn't take much. Just turns that tower into paper mache. And they get it down. And London Conspiracy, man. They once had a reasonable advantage. A really strong laning phase start. They were catching Black off guard in the bottom lane. They took him down a couple of times. Good creative early movements from your Nature's Prophet. But it's all fun and games. Then after a while, things don't work out. Okay, they catch out Black before the BKB. Pops it thereafter. Sonic Wave will connect. And he just turns and man's fights onto the Sven. The Sven can't do much about it. They do get Black down. They lose their Sven. And now chaos ensues as they make a go. KotLGuy now under the pressure of Kaiser. He's going to just chop him to bits. Before he goes, though, is able to get the swift takedown. And look at this. Now Way 2, the lone survivor, trying to get away. And they could end up cleaning out Team Tinker here with a quick turnaround play. There's the scream, and they got him. He gets dropped already, though. KotLGuy going to be back because of that Bloodstone. And that's the gem also. What felt like a gem was just picked up has already been handed over. Now London Conspiracy back again towards this mid lane. And already Bulba's going to I got to buy back. Black had one as well, but it looks like they're not going to have to use it here. They step back and away. They're going to head right to the Roche pit, it looks like. Roche is up. They're going to have to take it quick. It's a great fight for LC, but I am not convinced that it is enough to get them really back into this game. This Nature's Prophet has been holding that glove for how long now? I mean, is he going for the Midas? At this point, you know, maybe you should buy it out, but then you have to kind of save for a buyout. He's already down to about half-life. There goes Bulba. Nice big chrono, and he's like, I'll go for relax. And there's the Mystic Flare, helps it out. That's going to be a gem down. And now they're both going to fight over Roche, it looks like. Kaiser moves his attention onto Bulba. Bulba trying to get away, eating big damage here from the Sven. Meanwhile, up and above, KotLGuy up in arms, trying to go for supports. They turn back, and it is going to be finished off. The Age is going to be grabbed up here from Sven. He moves in, catches out KotLGuy before he can TP away with a stun. And now they're going to move in and take down the Zeus. LC again get a good fight their way. An admirable jump in, it looked like there from Bulba, but there just isn't enough of a follow-up. KotLGuy was not quite ready to engage, not in a great position to get out as much burst as he could. Here comes the London Conspiracy Group, the Greek kids. Moving right down this mid lane, trucking on forward. Racks are already exposed. But KotLGuy's going to be back pretty damn fast. And they have Troll up as well. It's not easy. So they're like, we got to get the hell out of here. We got to get the hell out of here. And it looks like they'll back up and away. Here's Black, though. Looks like he's going to be going for a Butterfly. Going with the evasion first and foremost. Really hits Sven hard. He's just trying to dish out serious right-click. That evasion going to be a bit of a problem. Let's check out our boy Lycan here. He did not get the Aegis this time. He's got the cheese. Invis bottled up. Maybe looking to hopefully put together a BKB. Not a BKB, a basher into an abyssal blade. But he is a ways off from that. I'll have to wait it out. They've been winning back-to-back fights now. Pretty much almost put this game back even as far as net worth goes. But it has not been convincing enough for them to really pressure into the high ground. Now with Aegis advantage here. Oh, I like that grab. Ogre going to be one to pick up a pipe. Don't get to see that very often in a day and age where Zeus and plenty of magical burst is out there. He's looking to mitigate that as much as possible. And suddenly Black has his Butterfly now complete, buying out for it. They're going to truck down this mid lane. LC looking to engage as well. Smoke going to be bought up here from that Ogre. And another thing we haven't really acknowledged yet is just that bloodlust with Sven. Could get a bit ridiculous, man. If he's able to catch out someone, get them stunned in place before a BKB can be popped, he can do some ridiculous amounts of damage. That is going to be a tall order, though. KotLGuy, he's going right for the refresher. They talked about it a bit in their series matchup against Cloud9. Not one to step off and go for the Agnums first. Would rather push forward and get the refresher. Kind of similar to like a silencer, where you just seem to get a lot more out of having that double ultimate. And yeah, the Agnums does add a little bit of damage, but just having that extra bit of burst thereafter, and he certainly has the mana to afford it, just seems to be a higher priority. All right, way two. With that vision advantage here, gets pinged out, heads right back up and away. And this is a very high tension right here for both sides. Don't want to let this game one slip. It's an elimination series here. The loser of this is done. And London Conspiracy have yet to even play on the main stage here. This is the secondary platform, if you will. And now they're kind of hanging around this mid lane. It's going to be hard, though. Team Tinker, man, they have good high ground defense. They have plenty of ridiculous wave clear. Black throwing out the nuke. And, of course, KotLGuy here continuously dishing out the damage to keep these creeps at bay. And then you always have to fear the Bulba Chrono. It is not going to be easy to break this very defensive shell of Team Tinker. And LC just need to find the right opportunity to make a go. They're sketching it a bit. And way too, you know, he's got this nighttime to work with, so he can just kind of dance in and out here on the side and help out Tinker with that bit of extra intel as far as where LC are staying, when they're deciding to go. If they can get a pick off here, they have Bulba coming in. They want to catch him out. They see him here. He's going to make a go. There it is. Going to catch out 2. Very nicely done. This was all pre-plotted, of course, from way 2 on that Night Stalker. Beautifully done with that unobstructed vision gain from the Agnum Scepter of your Night Stalker. Just makes for an easy setup from Bulba, and they quickly wipe out 2. And now with their numbers advantage, he even sees the courier. He's like, I got to get to it. How do I get to that courier? I can see it, but I can't get it. How do I get that thing? And it's holding a Daedalus recipe here. He's like, maybe if it flies away, I'll get it. I want it. I want it. Give me that courier! Oh! Oh! He didn't get it. I like how Bulba came by to try to help out, but oh well, not happening. Courier makes its delivery here, and it's going to be Sven who gets the Daedalus, buying out for this Daedalus, mind you. And you can just tell, I mean, LC, they're not very comfortable. Like, they've been winning a couple of fights, but then it comes time for them to really breach into the Tinker base, and it ain't easy. It is just not easy. They can try to do their bits of slow siege with their trees, with their Necrobook and Wolves, but there's just too many ways to stop it. I mean, specifically KotLGuy, just able to burst down those waves and keep them at bay. And as time goes on, their Troll, their Faceless Void just gets stronger and stronger. And after completing a Butterfly, Black already has about 4K of gold already farmed up. I mean, Scotty seems to be a likely candidate here, or he can finish out the Satanic if he wants. It looks like they want to smoke up here. Bulba's going for Agnums. Really getting the most out of that Chrono. They pop down the darkness, and they're on the prowl here. I mean, look at this. They can't see anything. LC are just way in the dark. There's the jump in. He catches 2. They're going to take out Relax with a Skywrath ult, and they also bring down the Ogre. A quick buyback. Black trying to manfight here, takes down the Necrobook. They also get the kill. Nature's Prophet going to be dropped. Kaiser moves back, takes down Bulba here. But Dara, barely alive, will go down. Helped to be cleaned up there from way 2. Quickly 3 down from LC as they have to back out and away here. Team Tinker get the best of that fight. Pretty much only really taking big damage, losing their Faceless Void. But they can keep pushing. Only a Lycan and a Queen of Pain to defend. And mind you, Queen of Pain did buy back. And the Wolf may be big and bad, but these Team Tinker Piggies are just blowing down their base. And that is going to be an easy mid lane Rax. Force in Sonic Wave back. Pilot trying to get this Queen of Pain caught off guard, but it ain't happening. Well, they move in. They get the Yules onto 1. It's going to be Black on the Troll here. And now Kaiser dishes out the Shapeshift. Black trying to take down the Ogre with him. Now turns to man fight. Oh, man, look at the Satanic. He just gets all of his life back. Chopping into the Wolf bits. And now goes for a Relax. He's going to get locked up. Turns back, pops his BKB. Wants the man fight on the Lycan. The Shapeshift is going to end. This Troll is just happy. Just come on. Who wants to go? He goes for Ogre. He wants the next target. Not going to get sprouted up. Now he's like, okay, now I don't have Satanic. I don't have BKB. I got to get the hell back. I was drunk. KotLGuy, though, going to get caught out with the Yules. And he will get denied. Or he will suicide, if you will. So they back out and away. The damage that's been done, well, they took down the melee Rax and the tier 3. LC repel a little bit. They get the Koikva down, and they're like, oh, maybe Roche will be up. And it's not. It's a pretty long timer, unfortunately for them. They got about another 2 minutes or so till it's back up and ready. Way2's back, and yeah, can we just look at the vision he's got? He sees this whole thing happening right now. I mean, Roche is no easy task now when you got this Night Stalker constantly bringing in all that extra bits of information to Team Tinker. Unbelievable, man. Black turns around, and he just makes good work with that debut of the Satanic. Lycan thought he had an easy target takedown in Black, and he just pops it, turns around, and he gets all of his life back. It's like a second life, a new Aegis, if you will. And he's just not an easy troll to get. And he quickly already has about 32 freaking hundred gold. He's 26k net worth. King of net worth right now. The next closest is your Lycan at 21. And it looks like Bulba was able to finish out his Agnum Scepter. So you're talking about having your Chrono now ready for every fight. Very low 1 minute cooldown. I mean, LC just, they desperately want to be able to do this Roche, but it's just not going to be happening at this point with the vision that Team Tinker got, with a Chrono always ready to go. It ain't going to be easy, but can they contest? They're scouting it out right now. They got the Treants out there. Spartan, he's just like, don't do that. Don't do that. There's my Sprout. Oh, Tinker, they're ready to brawl here. Here comes Way2. He's got the vision here. I mean, just look how in the dark LC are. They don't really know what's coming their way. But it's Way2 here in a nice spot. I mean, we're looking at their vision. They easily see these two, and they go in. Nature's Prophet could be in trouble. There's a good force that gets him out. But, oh, right into a Chrono set up from Bulba. Catches the two of them. The Wolf pops the BKB, wants to go right for Pylite Eye, who could be in trouble, but he has a Ghost that's going to be popped. Bulba's going to go down. Right-clicked apart. Way2 could be next here. And Sven decides to pull back. They don't want to overcommit for this. And he doesn't even get the Pylite Eye kill. Ends up being a 1-for-1. A Bulba Faceless Void for your Queen of Pain. Is it convincing enough here? Yeah, it is. It's going to be Team Tinker moving in for the Roche now. And yeah, that's Troll. Alright, Wolf wants to scout it out, but they have a gem. And though he can't get in there in time to kind of deny an Aegis or anything, it's going to be picked up there from Koikva. And your cheese is going to go to Pylite Eye. Could hand it off, could hold it for now. I don't know what kind of a man he is, if he's one for dairy or not, but we'll have to see. 31-22, we're at 45 minutes in, and we don't really have any sort of significant base damage yet, considering how far these teams have already gotten. Only this one melee Rax has been dropped from either side. A tier 3 taken down here in the mid lane. Oh, nice little ward here for Way2. Very aggressive and inside the base. Could potentially scout out LC, trying to do a smoke out from their base. But it looks like Team Tinker are going to go right back to their farming grace here. And it looks like Black, I don't know if this is going to be a Daedalus for himself or if he's just holding the Demon Edge in case he needs to get something like a MKB, but I really don't think so. I think he's going to go straight for the crit and the hefty damage. And there's your pipe now complete. I guess better late than never for that pipe to help out with the burst potential from this Zeus. I mean, ideally you would love to have an Agnums by now for your Ogre, but you'll take what you can get. A DD rune going to be spotted out here. They'll hold it in reserve, I'm sure, for probably the Troll. And there it is. It's going to be the Daedalus. All right, so yeah, going with the serious right click. So you put this together now with your Satanic. I don't think there's anyone at all at this point who can man up to Black. And now he has a DD rune. This is out of control. We could just watch him and see who the hell he wants to obliterate. Get out of my way, you frickin' golems. You're nothing. You're nothing. Look at me. Look how swole I am. How is this tower still up? That tower can't be up. Get rid of it, Black.
Dire's
Oh.
bottom tower is under
Yeah, that tower didn't even stand a chance. Is that a tower or a stack of Legos? Get the hell out of my way. And now they see this. And they're just going to have to try to wait this one out. Dagon's even coming together now for your Zeus. As it's Tinker's time now to breach the base. Look at this low ground siege with that damage. They're going to be forced to pull out the glyph.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, Sprout to try to lock him in. Tier 3 now down. Rax is exposed. No Battle Trance going to be used yet, even though the glyph has already been used. He's just going to do it from range here, making sure he's still in the somewhat safe position. They have Bulba waiting in the back lines just in case LC try to defend, but they're not. They anticipate it's going to be happening. KotLGuy moves on in. Has the Aegis, so he's fine. 2 minutes still to work with it. If they do want to blow their load onto KotLGuy, that sounded terribly dirty, but if they do, he will be able to fight back, and boom! He takes out Nature's Prophet like nothing. And he is going to be out for a minute, no buyback. One set of racks down. It looks like Team Tinker looking to clean out the next one here. Mid lane, very low already. Easily, 3 chops, it's done. And, well, London Conspiracy, you got to do something at this point. You got to do something. Because this is all that's holding them back from Megas. Sven's flexing. He's feeling it. Is the opportunity going to be there to make something happen? You got to go. You got to do something. You're losing your base. Mega's about to come out, sidestep with the blink, and they catch him with the chrono. That's going to be the end of Madara. And it will be. Black moves in, looking to clean out the Ogre. Lycan trying his best to get in, but nothing's going to get done, and it's London Conspiracy who will drop Game 1. Team Tinker pull it out. And they will take their 1-game advantage here in this best of 3 in the lower bracket. You know, I got to admire London Conspiracy. They put together a pretty crazy draft. Pretty unorthodox is the word I've probably been abusing, but your 4-position Nature's Prophet, it's cheeky. And they definitely surprised Tinker with it, I'd say. I mean, they brought down Black like, what, 3 times? They had some good mobility, but eventually it just seemed to fall off. Their Queen of Pain wasn't really as potent as they'd like. Sven may have been big and bad, but he really couldn't get in there and get anything done when you're trying to work through this chronosphere and everything. Lycan certainly helped getting those objectives down. They got a good couple of Roches, but when they were there at the front door on the welcome mat of the Tinker base, it was very uncomfortable for them. And because of that, Tinker held on, and they really thrived in the late game, and they eventually just got the win. So that wraps things up for game number 1. We're going to be hopping into game 2 now. We'll see if London Conspiracy can try to pull out a win and even things up and take it to a game 3, or if Team Tinker are going to stay alive and sweep this series 2-0. You're tuning in now to Beyond the Summit channel here. This is the 2nd channel for all the action that's happening off of the main stage. I'm KotLGuy bringing you the coverage, and I do appreciate you guys coming out and supporting me as I do cast this one solo. And it's a lot of good fun. It's very early over here in the East Coast, and I'm enjoying it. So it's a wonderful Dota breakfast. So we'll be back in a few moments for Game 2 action, folks. Please sit tight.